Imagine putting together a big art show only to have nobody be able to come and see it. It's happening all over the country, and it happened at Lake Placid Center for the Arts. Mountain Lake PBS producer Paul Larson covers art events on his Spotlight segment on the show Mountain Lake Journal. He joins us now with a solution to help these paintings in a dark gallery get seen by the public. Welcome, Paul.
Hi, Amanda, and thanks so much for this opportunity. Yes, it is a solution to a rather unusual problem. You see, on March 5th, I was at the Lake Placid Center for the Arts producing a story about their art exhibit. It's really a great exhibit about how Van Gogh and Picasso and other famous painters have inspired works by our own Adirondack artists. And the goal was to promote this exhibit so the public would want to come and see it. Now, I was interviewing 5 artists, and this was early enough in March that daily life was still going on as normal, but the threat of the coronavirus was looming. And I remember I shook the hand of one of the artists, and she said, "Do you think we'll all be afraid to shake hands someday?" Well, that someday for me was the very next day. I started reading news articles that government officials were finding alternatives to shaking hands. At any rate, in the few days that followed, as I was editing the story about the art exhibit, well, a lot was changing very fast in society. And before the official lockdown started, people were becoming afraid to go many places. Now, my TV stories, they usually ask the audience to go somewhere to experience the arts. And it suddenly became very clear to me, if I go on the air and say in my usual cheerful voice, "You can see this exhibit for yourself in Lake Placid," I thought, wouldn't that sound out of touch now? That request might sound ridiculous to the audience if nobody wants to travel. Then I remembered, we have a lot of images showing each individual piece from this art exhibit. In my TV stories, we try to show a lot of images from the art exhibit in about 8 minutes, and our videographer, Will Hool, was taking video pictures of the artwork on the wall, and our intern, Madison Spear, had taken many still photos of the pieces so that I could use it in the video story. And I thought, I bet we almost have every piece of art in this exhibit somehow photographed, so why don't we create an online art gallery, something viewers can use to walk through the exhibit virtually, so that we can promote seeing the exhibit, but it'll just be from home this time that you see it. Well, we created the first ever Spotlight online art gallery with help from the Lake Placid Center for the Arts. This is a way that you can sit comfortably at home and really explore the entire art exhibit in Lake Placid. And the actual building was forced to shut its doors about a week after we'd already decided to create this online gallery. The Center for the Arts actually had to close temporarily due to the coronavirus.
Now, somebody who's finding herself somewhat challenged by technology in this whole new way of doing things, I have to ask you, how easy is the online gallery to use?
It's very simple. You just go to mountainlake.org and click on the Lake Placid online gallery, and then you'll see a series of thumbnails. And if you see a picture that strikes your interest, you click on the thumbnail, and you can even make it larger so you can examine its details. You can go all through the exhibit. It's very user-friendly.
And Paul, I understand this online art gallery is just one of the ways that you're exploring how artists are dealing with the coronavirus situation.
Yeah, well, one of the themes I like to celebrate on the Spotlight segments is how the arts can benefit people in unexpected ways. So I'm generating a new series called Spotlight Through the Darkness to show how creative people are facing these scary times by making someone's day brighter right now. It's mostly Zoom interviews with artists at home. Plattsburgh native Brendan Palmer Angel, for example, is going to donate paintings he's made of people who've passed on from COVID-19. He's going to donate them to their family members as a way to honor them. And artists with the Lake Placid Center for the Arts are donating paintings to raise money for healthcare workers. And there are musicians creating online concerts from home to entertain children and parents who are stuck indoors right now. See, I love positive stories, and artists are always inspiring me with how they're putting their creative ideas to great use these days.
And I see that Mountain Lake PBS is doing a lot of different things in response to this pandemic.
Yeah, our Mountain Lake team is absolutely focused on keeping the public informed and involved. Our public affairs show, Mountain Lake Journal, is devoting its airtime to covering the virus situation from a variety of local angles, including healthcare, safety, and, as I mentioned, creativity. Our website has a COVID-19 page full of new information, stories, and interviews, and weekdays from 11 to 5, we're dedicating our airtime to feature hours of educational content for students in middle school and high school. It's our Learning at Home initiative with TV programs and a web page with activity suggestions for parents, even virtual field trips.
Well, once again, as a PBS kid, I have to say PBS saves the day. And speaking of field trips, when will you make your online gallery available to the public?
Well, we're unveiling the Lake Placid Online Gallery this Friday night at 8 o'clock. And that's also when the exhibit story with the 5 interviews with the artists will run on the program Mountain Lake Journal. And the coverage will appear on our website, mountainlake.org, as well.
Well, Paul, thank you so much, and thank you for always being able to find the light in the darkness, no matter how what's going on. Thank you for always continually bringing arts to our community, and I appreciate your time.
I sure appreciate that, Amanda, and I wish you and all your listeners a happy and healthy spring.